you want to access your imagination, the ears are a direct portal.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. If you put your attention on what you're hearing, that's like what's going into your ears, going in the direction of towards the center of your skull. That's where your imagination is.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your ability to have ideas and visions and connection to the universal mind and the endless source of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were saying that it wasn't working, I question, was it the scale that wasn't working, or was it your approach that wasn't working? I'm trying to be
I,
very delicate here because,
yeah, I know.
I know you're a sensitive
No, it's
person.
fine. It's fine.
To play music with any type of love, heart,
Mm-hmm.
in order to play music with any type of love connection, we have to be at least in a half decent mood. We can't be thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And when you're doing a solo, that anxiety of, oh my God, I have to be in the right key and I have to play the right notes and it has to sound good and everything. That's the same thing. That's
Mm-hmm.
like the life turmoil that we were discussing before we started, both of us, right? We were
Right.
talking about, our different things having to do with moving in the physical world, right? But what I'm saying is that moving ideas in the energetic world is not that different from moving physically in the physical world. There's obstacles. There's barriers that prevent us from being able to do it. And sometimes those obstacles are to be overcome, and other
Mm-hmm.
times they're to deflect us so we don't make a mistake. And
Yeah.
it could be either, so that can be confusing. But
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, I'm finding, at least for me, that these obstacles are put there specifically to help me, to make
Right.
it so that I can overcome them and become better and stronger as a result.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, when you go to solo, when you go to songwrite, when you go to play, if you approach it from the standpoint of, I'm just I'm just going to fully listen, and I don't need to know my part in advance. I don't need to plan it. It'll happen when the time is right.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, that's how you make it. There's no mistakes. If you play a note that doesn't sound right, you want to repeat it again at least 2 more times. It
Mm-hmm.
makes it work. It fixes it. That's the trick. Okay? But even then, you can't think about it when you do that. You have to just
Uh-huh.
kind of just
Right.
roll with it. Right?
Well, I was trying to, and I know it's back to the keys again, but I was trying to be in a D, like a D blues, and for some reason I don't know.
You
I
didn't want
guess,
me playing in major?
huh?
You want me to play in minor? Is that
Well,
what it
D
is?
D D major is good. D
I'm
major is.
trying to pick myself up, so
I
I've got the
know.
ukulele. The
I
what
know.
what is, dude? Like, this thing is like so hard to like listen
Hmm.
to or play this and like be like frowning.
I know.
It's just so cute,
It is.
right?
I love it. I know. It is.
So
It is.
so I decided that today, because I was sort of having a deep mood and sort of some deep experiences in my life that, you know, okay, let me just show you something, okay?
Hmm.
I'm almost
Why?
gonna cry. The
Why?
the universe is just so powerful a teacher.
Hmm.
And if you listen to the lessons, it can really shake you to your core, okay?
Uh-huh.
Just the other day, yesterday, I had Melody's friends were over and they were asking me, how my business is doing. And I was
Hmm.
being kind of honest and telling them, that it's kind of slow going and I only have a couple of students. And I've been taught by my spiritual teachers that when you are not grateful for something, when you want more, that even that little bit that you have will be taken away. And then what happened? The
Hmm.
next day, Carrie's like talking about quitting. Like, I'm doing it to myself.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
Instead
Like.
of being grateful
Hmm.
for whatever I get, even if it's big or small, or even if it stops, who cares? And just being grateful to have received whatever I received. Instead, I'm letting my mind tell me, oh, it's not enough. I need
Hmm.
more. It has to be more. And then what happens? That little bit that you were given is then taken away.
Yeah.
That's right out of the Bible. I'm not going to get religious, but I'm saying, I mean,
Yeah.
this is not like a new idea,
Mhm.
right? This is not a new idea. It's, you know, the law of attraction, which has a lot of oversimplified explanations, so make people think that it's a lot easier than it is. But
Yeah.
there is truth to that. The idea of manifestation, and you can watch the video that me and Craig where we talked about manifesting an idea through the chakras.
Right.
If you want to play your absolute best, what you do is first connect to the earth energy, grounding the belly, the
Mhm.
feet, right? The first thing you do is just connect to the earth so that you have some stability, right? That shakiness of mind starts to go away.
Mhm.
And then you breathe, and that connects you with love, with the heart. The lungs are the heart. They work together. The heart and the lungs are one unit of cardiovascular love that's keeping you alive,
Yeah.
right? The air you're breathing is the prana chi that you're then exhaling and sharing in music. So what
Mhm.
we're trying to do here is connect to people, right? So if we can connect this channel of energy, then we can open up our third eye and our imagination, and then literally anything's possible,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea. But what happens is we get in our head and we're blocking and we ignore everything below it. We're just up here.
Mhm.
And it's like, you know, all the busy thought energy in the world will never play a great flute solo.
Yeah.
Right? What plays a great flute solo is the ears.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because
Yeah.
the ears pick up every single nuance of the background music, any other sounds that are going on, every element of the tone that you're creating and how it harmonizes and intervals and interacts with the other tones. But that can only be experienced in the present moment.
Mhm.
So as soon as you think, oh, I played a wrong note, you're in the past.
Right,
Or as soon
right.
as you think, oh shit, here comes the bridge, now you're in the future.
Mhm.
Right? You're not on the
Right.
note that's happening, you're on a previous or future note.
Yeah.
And that's
Mhm.
why you mess up. And that's why I
Right.
mess up. And that's why everybody that plays and jams messes up.
Yeah.
Because it interrupts the flow. But the flow is always happening now.
Mhm.
Right? Think of water running out the faucet. That's like
Right.
the music coming out of you. Right?
Mhm.
So if the water's kind of starting and stopping, that's like your rests.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But what happens if somebody puts a balloon on the faucet? You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
Then it's not running anymore. It's filling up and it's eventually going to pop.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right? And that's kind
Right.
of popping is kind of like what we do when we get frustrated. We're like, oh, I'm doing terrible today.
That
Right?
was me a few minutes ago. Yeah.
Okay, rant over.
Okay. Today's a ranting day. I don't know what it is.
But you see what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
That's the lesson. So we just want to just try to center ourselves.
Okay.
One thing
Well,
you'll notice before I start any song, I always take one deep breath.
mhm.
That one breath is where I ground and center
That's cool.
and just open my ears. It's in that breath.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Thank you very much for joining me on Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. Please share this video, like, and subscribe to join my more than 500 subscribers. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. And please continue to tune in for all the great shows that I have to offer you, like Matthew's Favorite Covers, Jam and Chat, Mastering Music with Matthew, original music from my band, Mellify, parodies by The Brown Streaks, and of course, music lessons. If there's anything specific you'd like me to cover, or any topic you'd like me to discuss, or an idea for a video that you have, or a collaboration you'd like to do, all those things are proper for the comments down below. Thank you so much for joining me. And did you know that you can get online music lessons from me on Zoom? $20 for a 30-minute lesson. This is a rock bottom price, live one-on-one, me and you, and I record it MP4 for you. And you can then review that lesson forever. You can have it so we can go over it, you can practice along with it, and then that way, no matter what, you can relax and enjoy the lesson. So please, MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. I'll see you guys next time on Matthew's Music
Music Lesson Studio.